Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsyreplays and welcome back to the channel. The T-22 is back and it's back in crates. Yes, it is back in crates. How good is this tank? Well, it is kind of an OP tank. The armor is insane. As you can see, the front plate over 200 millimeters. It is a pike nose, so you can get bounces. The bottom plate, I mean, almost 200, over 200, depending on how you angle. Your turret is just amazing. I mean, you can get your turret could be over 300 millimeters, so not many tanks are going to go through your turret. Side plate, you have spaced armor, so if you are side scraping, you can get almost 400, as you can see, 372 millimeters of armor on your side. Even better with your sides is reverse side scraping. If you can reverse side scrape on this thing, there it's you can get almost over, I mean, 801 millimeters. You can get up to 1,000 millimeters of armor. Nothing's going to go through you when you are side scraping, like reverse side scraping, because you're hiding your pike nose. Side scraping frontally, yes, it's still okay, but when you back up, then you are exposing your pike nose, so you do become vulnerable. But when you are reverse side scraping, you are hiding that pike nose, and it's just an insane. It's a great tank. It is a fantastic tank. I once said that this tank wasn't OP. I said it was strong, but I said it wasn't OP. After this tank last come, it was again. I think it was for crates. A lot more started to be in battle. So that meant I kept coming up against more and more of these tanks, and it was annoying because the armor profile is just stupid. It's stupid, but because I own it, I mean, I got mine on my first crate, so I was quite lucky. I also got mine in the Christmas globe thingies or whatever they are. I also got one there, so I got some gold in return. Now, of course, people are going to complain that it is coming back in crates. I mean, this tank has never ever been out and outright sold. It's never just been sold as money or gold. It's only ever been in the event where you can get it in globes, etc., or it's been in crates. And yet again, it's coming back in crates. And that only, for me, that only means one thing. That means that Wargaming knows it is too strong. So they don't just want to sell the tank because it will just damage tier 10. It will, because people will buy it. And whereas crates, not everyone is guaranteed to get the tank. So I kind of understand where they are coming from, and I've said it all before. If these tier 10s doesn't come in crates, then they will be covered. I mean, tier 9 and tier 10 will just be covered in premium tanks. But they're, after a while, I mean, come on, it's been around for a couple of years now. It's been around, what, since last Christmas? Not the Christmas just gone, the Christmas before, and it's still never come for sale, and people want to get the tank. So do they sell it? Do they sell the tank? Do they upset a load of people by putting this tank in gold or in for money? I honestly, I don't know, because it is a strong tank. It really is a strong tank. However, Wargaming could nerf it. It is a collectible. If they really wanted to, they could nerf it, nerf its armor profile, then sell it. Yes, again, it will upset a lot of people that bought it in crates. That some people spent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, pounds for the tank. When it come out in the Christmas event, it cost people sort of $500, $600, $700 to get the tank from the Christmas tree. That's a lot of money. To suspend that money and then find out that it's getting nerfed, it's only for that reason only that I agree that this tank should never be sold. It should only be for sale in crates, because it will upset a lot of people. If they do sell it outright, it needs nerfing. It needs nerfing if they do sell it. But then if they don't nerf it the way it is, then of course it's going to be pay to win. You pay a lot of money for an OP tank. So it's one of those tanks where it's difficult. What do you do? I don't mind what they do, whether they sell it. I mean, they could sell it for 30k gold. Why not? It's a great tank. If they know it's OP, Sell it for 30k gold, or like they did the M60, a pop-up offer for £100. Why not do that? Not everyone's going to spend £100 on a tank, but it's still a lot of money. It's £100 for a tank is a lot of money, and people are still going to buy that. And it's enough money to not break the tier. I think it's enough money not to break the tier, but it's still enough money to it's still cheap enough for people to actually go out and buy, because people are spending more than £100 on crates to get the tank. So they would rather spend the £100 on 100% getting the tank. So that aside, the tank is a fun tank. It is such a great tank to play, and you do so well. People do so well in this tank. Obviously, yes, because it's OP. Just the armor profile. I mean, we bounced the Death Star, no problem whatsoever. If you can get hold down, or if you can get into the side scraping positions, then you're gonna bounce. You are gonna bounce an awful lot. And if you're in the middle of the open, like we are now here against this T-22 E1, just get as close as possible as you can. Face hugging tanks, side scraping on against tanks, side hugging tanks is where this tank really, really shines as well. It's a beast. It really is a beast, and so many people get pissed off with it because it is kind of OP. And it is. I'm not going to lie. It is. It's a great tank, and I'm so glad that I got it when I did. I'm so glad that I didn't pay mega money for it, because when it did come for crates the first time round, that's when I got this for one crate. Before that, the Christmas event, the Christmas tree, I spent a little bit of money, but not really enough to think, right, I've spent too much money now, I need to go and pay the rest to get the tank. I didn't spend that much. So this battle, as you can see, we've bounced 1400 damage. It's now 3 against 3. We have lost a little bit of hit points, but we are going to come back and win. And we're going to get bounces, because that is what, if you don't bounce in this tank, then you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it completely wrong if you are not bouncing in this tank. Now, if you are in the open and you're rushing towards the enemy, just wiggle your tank, go sideways. You'll get the bounces. You will guaranteed to get bounces. You're not going to bounce everything. Just because I'm saying that the tank's OP and it's crazy with the armor-wise, the armor profile, that does not mean that you're going to bounce everything that you're going to come up against. You're not. You will get penned. And if people start shooting the Pramo, then they are going to start shooting your pike nose and your bottom plate. So hide your bottom plate as much as you can. Even the bottom plate is still fairly strong. It's still strong. But as soon as people shoot the Pramo, they're going to go through you quite easily. And it's the same with your pike nose. If you are this kind of angle that I am now against this E100, he can easily shoot my front plate. No problem whatsoever. Credit-wise, it's not great for credits. I mean, this battle here, that WZ, fair play to that WZ113. Nice ace, well-deserved ace, 5,400 damage. And we get 4,300 damage as well. So we're going to have one more battle now. And this tank, I think I'm average 3k damage. I'm not sure. If I'm not, I'm very, very close to averaging 3k damage. I know at one point I was over. But you do it a lot. You can carry in this tank. If you're a 1 versus 3, 1 versus 4, it is a tank that you can carry. And you're going to see this battle. I mean, we're on Rockfield, and the enemy has 3 mediums. We have 3 mediums. Our 3 mediums are all coming this side, whereas the other team, I think we got 1 TD coming as well, but all the others, they decide to go the other way. So our first bounce from the FV4202, a 300 bounce, and we are going to bounce quite a bit this game. So already, I'm now looking at the mini-map, thinking, right, okay, we've spotted 1 tank. The enemy, our team hasn't really spotted any tank until this T-54 decides to go on a YOLO mission. And you can see there, we're bouncing from our rear, no problem whatsoever. Replay file messed up a little bit here. So what I want to do now is, because this T-54 is on his own, I can see that the FV4202 is coming around, but I wanted to get as much damage as I can to this T-54 before that guy comes around. And now I'm getting rushed by 3 mediums. So my first thought was just to get the hell out of there. But then I thought, you know what? my team are still helping. That FV has just been put on fire. Unlucky for him, we put him on fire yet again. And then I'm thinking, actually, nah, we don't need to run away. We don't need to run away. We've bounced 1300. I think I thought we was going to get another bounce. But our TDs, our Jagdtiger takes him out. So we have protection. And now this standard B finds himself on his own. So we're going to come back at an angle. We're going to come back at an angle and we are going to get a bounce. But of course, if he pokes up, he is going to be able to pin us nice and easy. But again, we get another bounce. So that's 2,350 blocked damage this game. And it's not even been 2 minutes left on. It's not even been 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes on the clock, and we bounced to 2,350 damage. So we have lost a little bit of hit points. Our mediums are vanishing. Our standard B is now on his own up there against the final 3 tanks. He doesn't last too long. So now I am not going to rush. I'm just going to back up a little bit. I don't want to run away because as you can see, we do have the Jagdtiger at the back supporting us, and our heavy is gone pretty much to flank around. So I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait to see if they are going to poke around, and if they do poke around, then hopefully our Jagdtiger is also there to support. And again, that's a heavy tank. An M103 is a good tank. It's a great tank. Yet we bounce him, no problem whatsoever. We don't bounce the grill because of the angle that we come out of. If we was to side scrape across on this rock, then we would have probably bounced him, no problem. But when you're going to come out sideways like that, he's going to pen my front plate with no issues, no problem whatsoever. So now I do have to be careful because there's still 2 TDs, and I really now want to take care of this Conway. I don't need to. The IS-4 takes him out just before I get there. So now it's a 3 versus 2. We're on 5k damage, 2,750 block damage. We're going to use the HE to clear this grill, no problem whatsoever. And now it just leaves this M103 on a one-shot. And with the reload of this thing, we're going to take him out, no problem whatsoever. I did forget to add, I mean, the T-22A and the Object 140, this has pretty much the same DPM. It's a 5.3 second reload, whereas the other two are 5.2. So not only has it got that armor profile, it's got that DPM as well, like 3,500 DPM with the armor profile it's got is just insane. So do I recommend getting this tank? Well, no, I don't recommend it because it's crates. You're not guaranteed to get it. If you want to buy the crates to try and get it, it's your money. Do what you want. And if you do get it, you are getting a fantastic tank. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.